raving about electronic music in 2020 to the point where you're probably bored and probably thinking, Ryan, it's not been that good. You're going a bit overboard with this, Ryan. It's not been that good. All the albums you're recommending are not that good. Or maybe you're thinking, Ryan, you're right. And I hope you do think the latter there, because I'm right. And it feels as though it's been leading up to a point in music for me where there's going to be something that just bursts and it's like better than everything else that's come out. All the well-known releases, all the big names, the bigger names, you know, artists like Fortet or even Kelly Lee Owens to an extent is a bit more of a wider known name than someone like Give Me Monaco. And I just feel like there was a point where there had to be something. There had to be something this year in electronic music that would just blow everything else out the water. And it is this album, Give Me Monaco, an artist that you've never heard of. And even I, up until the point of this artist sending me an email, had never heard of. It just seems far too convenient that an artist would come absolutely out of nowhere and be the one to drop an album like this. And yet the stars aligned in this way, and I'm not sure how. I am in absolute awe of this album. This is one of the best releases I've heard all year, and it's just so undiscovered. It's an undiscovered gem by being so small in terms of how little known this artist is. But my God, when I say this is one of the best albums I've heard all year, I do not say that lightly. You can liken this to many other house artists in the genre, or Microhouse might be more of a better descriptor, I guess you could say. Progressive house even. Just electronic goodness in a way that just tickles your ears in the best possible way. This is stellar. This is absolutely fucking stellar. I love the way this album just goes right into it. It wastes no time, just takes you on that journey instantly. The track is just already bustling the minute it starts, and I just love that about it, because there isn't really a moment on this album where you feel like you're waiting for something, because it just kicks right into gear and you're already at that point. The addictive groove is locked in instantaneously and you are hooked from the second this album starts, and this track does not disappoint as it goes along either, because it remains to be incredibly intoxicating with the rhythm that is just pounding you. But when I say pounding, I don't mean like it's thumping you. It's not a loud album, because there's this subtlety, there's this sophistication lingering across this album. Like everything just feels so controlled, and it's just moving at a pace that is so sensual, such a sensual listen. And then every now and then it just takes it one step further with moments like on Subtly, where the track just kicks into an even higher gear, and the fucking moment where it just all comes together and it's so transcendental. Like, oh my God, you've got to listen to this track, because I feel like I cannot describe it in a way that sells it, because Jesus Christ, there's just the midpoint of the track where everything just flourishes and it just all swoops together and just takes you from beneath your feet and you're just gliding. It is ridiculous. That you've got to listen to that track. Just listen to that track. I cannot describe it in a way that sells it, because reminds me of some of the unbelievably like wow moments that you get on a John Hopkins album, particularly Immunity. There are some moments like that where the tracks just get taken in this direction that you just don't see coming, and this is one of those moments. And I feel like John Hopkins is a good comparison, even though I don't feel as though it's the best comparison, because I feel like Give Me Monaco is really in his own lane doing this, to be honest. You hit a track like Goose and tell me who is making it like Goose. Who is doing Goose? No one is making a song like Goose. The fucking vocal samples that are intertwined within this one, wow. There isn't an artist you can point to and say, yeah, they make it like that, because no one is doing Goose. I think it's the best track here, but I say think quite lightly, because I feel like I could point to many tracks and say this is the best track. You could say it about Ply as well. This one is so thick with a CC, that kind of thick, that proper thickness. It's so irresistibly thick. You've got these strange vocal samples that are flying slightly below the mix, sort of alien-ish with the way they sound. Sounds really weird, but it also adds this strange feeling to the track as well, but it works fantastically. He clicks in the beat as well, add a really nice touch. This is the kind of track that feels quite festival ready. I feel as though you could easily get this at some kind of massive EDM concert. Satin is a track that is slightly different in the way that it's presented because it's a bit more subtle. There's nothing really pounding in the way that the other tracks are. On this album, you know, there's some tracks that have really standout qualities to them, but this one is a bit more subtle and a bit more softer, and I appreciate that one for what it is as well, to be fair. Like, it doesn't take away from the great sound design that is just splattered all over this album. The final track as well is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It feels like you're floating through space. There's just something so calming about it. And it hit that point where I was like, man, we have a wonderful album here. Like, there is so little I can critique. There's so little I can say that I don't like about it. And I feel as though many people listening to this as well will feel the same way. It's just everything I need in my electronic music and house, microhouse, all those kinds of things. I just want this all the time. The way it's produced is immaculate. It just sounds so professional. This is a debut album, again, from a very, very small artist. I'm just blown away. I truly am. Everything about it is so fresh. It's unique. It has all the qualities I've been looking for. And yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed, and I'm very happy to give this a very high score of a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Don't give those out very often, but here we are. Yeah, cannot recommend this enough. Cannot say more positive things about it. I am just absolutely in awe. I love this thing, and I hope people will check this out and feel the same way too, because it definitely has something about it that I feel though as though it could just latch onto so many different people out there. And I hope this review does it justice. I hope this review gets people on this. I hope that's what I want to do with my reviews anyway. But something that I give a 9 out of 10 to, that's so undiscovered, I just want it to be way more popular than it is. Hopefully you check this out and like it as much as I do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's been great to do this review. Like I say, I love putting people onto newer stuff, and hopefully you check this out and like it as much as I do as well. Definitely one of the best releases I've heard all year, without a doubt, and hopefully you feel the same way. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, subscribe if you haven't already, and goodbye. Goodbye.